One, two, three, four.
Cheers. Mama, kurki shiga. मेरे इश्क में मेरी जान. No.
പൊടിക്കുട്ടിയോട് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് പാക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു കേട്ടോ.
പൊടിക്കുട്ടന് ഈ വോയിസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട് വരികത്ര. Hi all, welcome back to my channel. I didn't know the time exactly, but I could sense I woke up really late. The first thing I remembered when I woke up was that, oh my god, I am actually leaving tomorrow. Then I had my usual morning cup of tea in the balcony upstairs. Normally, I make the tea myself, but today my mom made it for me. My mom, being a workaholic and someone who never takes a day off from work, had actually taken her entire week off just to spend some time with me. How sweet is that, you guys? So, this balcony is my favorite spot in the entire house. Maybe because it's green all around. This place gives me an oasis of serenity amidst the bustling city. I spend most of my time here in this wing, be it my morning tea or my midnight music sessions with my headphones on. I really love it here. I'll definitely miss this place so much. So, after my tea, I went downstairs to see Inu playing in her lawn as usual. This is her favorite place actually. We don't encourage much screen time for her, so she's always here. Being connected to nature is far more better than being glued to the screen, right? That's when I thought, when is she gonna be back here again? Will she even remember any of this? Of course not. She's just 2 years old. She won't even know about this place, the place where her mom's soul was enrooted in. All my childhood memories was right there in front of my eyes. I was getting a little emotional. I was excited. Of course I was excited. I had worked very hard and cleared all the interviews and exams to get selected. I was one of the few fortunate ones to get enrolled in this highly demanding competitive course. It wasn't a piece of cake, at least not for me. It was months of hard work which finally got paid off. It was a dream come true actually, and I was grateful for the opportunity. I was then staring at the packed trolleys which we had to repack later as it was very much overweight. My mom was making hot roasted masala dosas for me just the way I like it. After that, I got dressed up. Then I was applying lipsticks. I love lipsticks, especially nude shades. It boosted my confidence so much. I then went downstairs. My husband was repacking all the stuff that we had packed before since the suitcases or trolleys, as you can say, were overweight. We had a hard time prioritizing the things to take and the stuff to let go. Inu was playing with her dad as usual, unpacking all the things which he had just packed. His patience with Inu is so commendable. If it was me, I would have lost my temper that very second. She is truly a papa's girl, and they both love each other a lot more than they love me. And man, I don't complain. I don't complain at all. It fills my heart with joy when I see them playing around. You know, the kind of bond that they have. Seeing these bags, you gotta pack up your entire life in these few trolleys and then start a new life from scratch in a new country with new people and new culture. That needs courage. That itself was a huge challenge, especially if you have a toddler with you. So, yeah, the packing was going on. We were still fighting as to which to keep and which not to. We were actually not able to decide, and Inu was irritating me actually in between, but her dad loves her no matter what way she do, and that was a good thing. But sometimes it starts getting on my nerves seeing these both playing around when you need to be serious, at least you go to be serious at least sometimes, right? Okay, then we got a digital balance from Amazon, which was really helpful, and it was very cheap actually. It costed around 250 rupees only. It was found to be very much useful. This is the most useful thing apart from something else which I'll show you later in the video, that was brought for the traveling purpose. I'll explain about that in my next video actually. I'll just give you a hint. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is called a vacuum bag, and you get an electric pump as well as manual pump with it. So my husband is pumping with the manual pump which we got because of it. And I'll explain about this later. Then for lunch, my mom made my favorite squid fry. This is my mom. She's very much camera shy. I had to beg her to at least let me show her hands in the video. Can you believe it? My mom cooks really well. I would prefer her food more than anything, anywhere, at any restaurant, any day. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna miss the food. I'm definitely gonna miss her. I'll definitely miss everything. I was just trying not to get emotional that day. So, anyway, I had my lunch like usual. I had my stomach full. I don't know when I'll get to have my lunch again. Then it was raining again as usual. I love rainy days. Kerala monsoon is something to die for, The rain, the smell of the soil, and the trees all around. It was such a vibe. My husband then got freshened up and went for one of our usual long drives holding hands. Just a little us time without We went to the mall nearby. The mall is the newest one in the locality. My home is at a place where it is at the center of the city, where everything is easily accessible but at the same time surrounded by the nature too, away from all the hustle and bustle of the city life. I didn't like anything there, so we ended our last minute shopping. So that was it. We were just roaming in and out of the mall. We were talking with each other, taking some random videos. Then I had a very good massage because I was getting very much, exhausted from all the packing running around here and there the last 3-4 days of our trip. I should have done this already, but I didn't. The entire mall was decorated with large sunflowers and it looked so beautiful. Now we are heading back, still not deciding where to go. This is literally the city where both of us grew up. This is my place, my home. His place, his home. Our place. I knew every nook and corner here. Actually, we both knew. And now we were moving out to a whole new country where we'd be treated like, I don't know. I'm really nervous about that. The good thing about the city is that even though it is very much crowded, it is a very developed city. It is filled with trees, mountains, rivers, and hills. The other side of the city, which is just like 2 minutes away, is filled with greeneries and everything connected to the nature. So we went to our usual tea stall and had our usual the matka chai. Rain and hot tea together with a little music with your loved one is such a vibe. This is our usual route where we come for our late night drives and have our tea here. This tea stall is like 24 hours open and it is crowded all the time. These are the roads or walking paths made very recently in the sense like 2 3 years back, and a lot of people utilizes it, be it early morning, evening, or even at odd hours. You could see people walking here, exercising here, be it couple or a group of friends, teenagers, or even small children. People of all age groups are usually seen here. I wondered if this place will remain the same when we come back here again after years, or if this place will be filled with buildings as well and become so unrecognizable. I really hope not, because this is the favorite part of the city. We went home after that. It is really crowded. See, I told you it's just 2 minutes apart, and both are like day and night difference. One is full of crowded vehicles, and others was all greenery. We then went home, then picked up Inu and my grandma as they had a little more shopping to do. Again, Inu and her dad was in their own la la land, not caring about others, not even acknowledging my presence. I was gazing out of the windows, trying to capture as much as memories as I could. So yeah, she was kissing me after I constantly begged her for like half an hour. It was a roller coaster of emotions, saying goodbye to the city where you practically grew up and lived your entire life. I knew this was gonna happen someday. I knew, but nothing prepares you mentally to be able to leave everything and everyone behind, right? Especially if you are someone who is attached and who is emotional towards people and things around you. I am that person, so it was really hard for me. My husband is a little bit more practical than me, so I guess it would be more easy for him. I don't know. Anyway, we went to a jewelry as my granny wanted to buy a few gold ornaments. This shopkeeper was my granny's friend, so we went here. It was a small jewelry, and she was looking for chains to gift to someone, or maybe to gift to me later. I don't know. She's mysterious about it. So anyway, I chose these two. It was a very small jewelry, and they didn't have much collection, so couldn't really have the options here. But these were nice. So we chose the two ornaments that I showed you guys. We paid the bill, and now we were heading towards the textiles as my granny wanted to buy some saris for her. This is her usual textiles. She has been going here since years. Even though a lot of new shops are now in the picture, still my granny is not ready to go anywhere else. That's how old people are. If they like something, they get their mind fixed and never experiment with the new stuff. That's nice actually. All of them knew my granny since she's a regular customer there. So yeah, we went and she took forever to decide which to buy. Finally, she did. Then we went home, dropped them off while it was still raining. Kerala rains are really unpredictable. They are like the rebellious teenager with a mind of their own. So my husband had tea. He's a tea lover, so am I, but he's a much bigger tea lover than me. And I had pani puris. I love pani puris, they are my favorite. The bhaiya makes them extra spicy for me. We told him about moving abroad. We are his regular customers, so he was a little sad but still wished us all the best. I don't even know his name, by the way. We then decided to have a little pampering sessions for ourselves in the spa. I had a papaya facial along with my midi and pedicure. Yeah, that's me making weird faces. I don't know why. After that, we went to our favorite restaurant and ordered the usual. He got a facial and a really good haircut and got his beard trimmed, and he was looking far more decent than me. And for him, it costed very much lesser than me. Still, he looked better, guys. How is that fair? Men just have a simple plain haircut and they look like movie stars. I don't know. Anyway, I felt a little glow on my face myself after the facial, maybe because of the guilt that I spent so much and I was trying to overcompensate myself. I don't know. Anyway, I ordered our usual stuff. For me, it was peri peri alfam and mandi rice. So he served for me first, like usual, after which he serves for himself. That's how it works. He had the Kerala parota and beef roast, which is the unofficial state food for Kerala. Yeah, the food was amazing. I already apologized to my taste buds already for the coming few years. We were roaming in the town late night. Since we both were from the same place, we had a lot of common grounds to talk about. It was almost midnight, so no tea shops or cafes were open. We knew it. Still, we were just roaming here and there. I wondered if Inu had slept. She don't even need me anymore. She's very much fond of my parents, her grandparents, who is like pampering her to the extent into which that she doesn't even need me or her dad. So yeah, we were chill, carefree, driving here and there. Then obviously we wanted tea. We went to the nearby petrol pump to buy some hot tea. We normally have tea from here only if it is too late. These little things melt my heart. These little things are what I live for. And I wondered, when will we do all these things again once we go abroad? Will we be able to afford a car and do all these little things? I don't know. And the fact that I won't be doing any of this anytime soon sucked. We then came to our favorite spot, which I showed you guys in the morning, to have tea. This is how it looks in the night. A few people were still walking there. It is such a safe space that you literally do not have to worry about the time. It was almost midnight. We were sipping our coffee in silence, listening to the music and gazing at the mountains. A lot of emotions were coming through to our mind in each sip, but we didn't say anything and sat there in silence just for a few minutes. Then we returned home by midnight, and this is the time where everyone sleeps at my home. But not today. Literally, everyone was helping me pack my stuff, and I had no clue. They didn't even call me or bother me the entire day so that I could have my day according to my will without any disturbance. I am blessed. I truly am. I felt really grateful, thankful, and blessed. These people, they are my earnings. This is my granny who packed my stuff and also now packing the masala powders which she made with her own hands. All these difficult tasks she did by herself at this age, and these were my mom and dad constantly arguing about which to pack, which not to. This made me smile. Damn, there was a lot to choose from. Finally we decided on taking the most essential things and the stuff which was expensive abroad. I wanted to help, but they told me not to. So yeah, I then came to my room, wiped off my kajal and lipstick with wet wipes. I normally wash my face after a long day, but my beautician advised against this as I had gotten the facial just today, so I didn't do it. So I got freshened up. I took a bath and then I applied my face serum. This is literally the only skincare routine at night which I follows, and it is very much important for me. So yeah, I was applying face serum while my family was packing up stuff for me. Then I wrote my usual diary by listening to my favorite songs. Diary writing has been an important part of my life since I was 10. No matter whichever new technology came, I never stopped writing diary. Until I Found You is my recent favorite song, which I have been playing on the loop ever since its release. I love this song, I love the lyrics. And also, I love the little me time that I get at night for myself. I love my daughter, I love my husband, I love my family, but I need my alone time every day. It is very much important for me. I have different lights in my room, be it blue, pink, white, or yellow. It is just a small room, nothing fancy, but I designed everything myself according to the way I wanted. Be it the lights, wardrobe, dressing table, even the wall paints, everything. This room reflects a part of me. This room is my favorite spot after the balcony, of course. This is Pooh, my companion in the room. Also, I have Jerry. Jerry usually sits behind the curtains near the window by my bedside. I'm so used to sleeping in my room, and from tomorrow, it's not even gonna be my room. My heart was full. I was feeling really emotional. I deliberately stayed outside the whole day so as to not think about leaving my home, leaving my parents, but still I couldn't help it. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes you have to make really hard choices. You need to get out of your comfort zone to achieve something. There is no use in complaining or justifying yourself for the things you failed at. Be brave enough to tackle life, because trust me, in the end, all of this would be worth it. It is far better than not having to regret when you're old that wish I could have done this or done that. You would be proud of yourself someday. That's all for now. See you, India. Thank you for everything. You are my home. You will always be my home.